Justina Ireland is perhaps best known for Dread Nation, her post-Civil War alternate history series featuring teenage girls killing zombies. But A Test of Courage also marks her third foray into the Star Wars universe, writing middle grade novels. For those unfamiliar with publishing jargon, middle grade novels are intended for readers ages 8 to 12 and are usually 30,000 to 50,000 words in length. A Test of Courage made it to number 2 on the New York Times Children's Middle Grade Hardcover Bestseller list for the week of January 24th, 2021, and was ultimately on the list for 2 weeks. So basically, A Test of Courage is about 4 kids who, after their transport is surprisingly abruptly destroyed, find themselves stuck on an alien moon where they have to face both the dangerous terrain and a hidden danger lurking nearby. So first, the good. Compared to Light of the Jedi's dozens and dozens of characters introduced, A Test of Courage just really focuses on 4. We have number 1, Vernestra Rwoh, a 16-year-old Jedi Knight who, in an adult novel, I might take issue with a Jedi child prodigy, but Vernestra fits in just fine here. Our second character is Avon Starros, the daughter of the senator from Hosnian Prime and a budding inventor and tinkerer of technology. Third, we have Imri Kantaros, the Jedi Padawan of Master Douglas Sunvale. And fourth, we have Honesty Weft, the son of a Downlin diplomat. Both Imri and Honesty suffered terrible losses in this book, and a lot of the book is about them coming to terms with their grief. Perhaps because there were only 4 characters, I found that we really learned a lot to them. They were likable, I warmed up to them, I wanted to make sure that they'd be rescued, that they would be okay, and I like that a lot more than just the loads of Jedi that were thrown on us in the adult book, because with only 4, you feel a lot greater connection to them. I also liked Avon's droid, J6. She reminded me sort of as a cross between Solo's L3 and the Clone Wars Huyon. She has L3's snarky personality, but she has Huyon's appearance. I always like when a droid has a distinct personality, and J6 definitely has one, so she was fun to read about. Also, I liked a lot what Ireland did here with how the characters approach their emotions. A lot of times, if you see a character cry in a kid's book, it's a girl, and boys have to be strong and stoic. So it was nice to see the 2 boys here, Imri and Honesty, both grieving all that they've lost, and not, in the end, feeling ashamed to cry about it. And finally, I just loved more of the continuity nods that we got in here. We are reintroduced to light whips, which was a weapon that first appeared in the hand of the Dark Lady Lumia in 1985's comic Star Wars number 95. And Avon shares a surname with a character from the rebooted Marvel Star Wars comic that's set during the original trilogy. In this case, Sana Starros, a smuggler who has a past history with Han Solo. And then I'll move on to the meh. Compared to our heroes, I felt like the villains were a little lackluster. They're nihil, but they never felt like a really strong threat to me. I never felt like our 4 heroes would not be able to defeat them. Rather, would they be able to tackle them in a rational manner, considering how much Honesty and Imri have lost? And while I thought our main 4 characters were pretty strong, especially for a kid's book, I felt the plot was a little weak. After the tumultuous events that set everything in motion, it's pretty much they land on the moon, they try to find safety, they discover the Nihil, they deal with them, and they wait for rescue. And like I found with Light of the Jedi, some of the names were just not Star Wars-y to me. In particular, I'm going to point out Master Douglas and poor Honesty Weft, which is just a terrible name to give a character. So, in short, If you maybe bounced off Light of the Jedi, I think it's worth giving A Test of Courage a try. Yes, it's intended for a young audience, but our main characters are very likable and the story moves quickly. There is an excerpt at the end of A Test of Courage for the next middle grade High Republic book, and it's about completely different characters. So while the last chapter contained what I assume is a fair amount of sequel bait, I'll be interested to see when we encounter these characters again and how the High Republic authors choose to further develop them.